Ejame mabu, eni munkofi, emuado, eni munkofi, emaloko. Mame pare mi eni munchum. Ejame mabu, eni munkofi, emuado, eni munkofi, emaloko.
Right, I was going to pay my memoir, and I'm more quaba. And from Ryan Senate St. Jumadine, so say Drew Wednesday, sir. Yeah, now Vim energy was through because your pine out to news are not be a kama. Sabren on here or the BBC and this one. Who say a koye into celebration is Tatiano. On your own, so at the BBC and this one, Koye no or Betnase. Now, watch the send your mouth for now for the audio per week, days in our cano. Into midweek, Bianoyana, a very, very important. Say Obama energy, Yakosro. Nani, or the 50 years, and what him the aqua pa. Into why I send the same Juma dear so and Nana Globe TV wake up show no so. Yaba didn't come out about my Ghana, any moons and someone himself Ghana, they are the Chibianate as some fufro. Na nyame ya adoma efiri ochina kwadwonsa akwawden nsema hodo beba betu ani what say yes CSM agini ti o northern region yade ya ehyew ba yes somiti somekon na na ohun sa yade no eso ti na so kon tete no sa na ye describe no yes CSM cerebrospinal meningitis.
Oh okay.
Yes, opportunity our northern region into health aspect as that raise concerns our much as are buying taking measures. Now young share in Siano kwa sana akadipa pi agu from way a development by share ni muse. Ye kwa ni mu bedi ho nkomo ne mpanimfo akuku dam ne ahwekwa befa so betumi abre anu ase but na wo yese ne same dwumadie no so we parliament because enra neoma esi wo parliament odim say na nsan wo vetting process na se vetting room ho bibi esi chaos bi ema ne homene so ho ayedi ho nkoma na enra speaker suspension or the man 4 MPs no a chow pack so parliament yenyina yeni ma fanyo ma ken said wasi akasa e was suspension ho ene nsem ahodo a waka e afa speaker tumia ogina so de suspend MPC e ho nsensem ne ade nra wo parliament afenyo makin na owura no ni dimina ene kwan ofa so a kasa ne ye nyina no e describe what humility is enti say u teacher ebisa say describe humility ana say ye kasa obi ye humble sign na e kire a egu amanfo so wa bra na ne nkrofo ma na kwaba wo ni region num amanfo kasa ho bebre been a debate around this particular matter. We are going to have a little conversation about it. Yebesha impact any consequence e wo saade a wo ye no eso we ni nsema hodo a yebedi ho nkomo ewo dwumade no so wobetimi de message aba 0591228584 0591228584. It's our WhatsApp line. Leave your comment there. Let us know what you think about these matters. If you happen to join us on social media at Globe TV GH as well, leave your comment there. We will read it for you in the course of the show. Jeffers na share MP capsules na so ya sene na no pa ye de dwumadi no bro. Ma bi ni Jeffers on komo efa nchire okakra because ye ko weekends. Niyoma be koso. Ma catch you that as February yimu aye the month of love. Enti adofo bosome de ye mfa ni agro. Se wuni kapa na wa hoodin sua ewo mpamu a wuntumi posa ma no ma wo mani nje se be ma ye mo piafo na ototo papa so a anopai me kan for Jeffers na MP capsules area ma because enamu nsayade na ma be ma hoodin ewo mpam ekofam. Aya very simple enamu nsayade problems a wo hunu nyina no enamu nsayade na de aba. Say ye gonorrhea, syphilis, candidiasis, yade ahodo no nyina no enamu nsayade na de aba. Na druba ko betu ase na entwitwa so Jeffers mixture NP capsules. Jeffers mixture NP capsules etu yade ase entwitwa yade so. Adrobi wo ho no a okoto a onnom a obon se pains no ekofam obon se symptoms no eko nanso na yade ne da so hye ho ene yempa ne sa biem ye paduru ebekomojam ne be clear yade na free once and for all Jeffers mixture NP capsules no na Ghana ha na obia eto enti koma bia to aduru a amanfo ebufa so nyina na Jeffers mixture NP capsules enti na Ghana fo ebufa so pharmacy na afei herbal shops ahodo Ghana efe pa se de wankasa wo hwe wo screen so no ade ba ko mahu Jeffers ho ne se wo bowura pharmaceutical shop ana se herbal shop bia se aduro no hye tokrom ba bi mpo a na husuo na bosuo se de tie enti uwura ho no mo a na wani akwa so yes ya design na kama branding ye enti se wo kotobia enye ade a obi betimi de asiewu si ubo ka chense ope Jeffers mixture NP capsules na yenyi bi mfama okwa na asa koba bi foforo because Jeffers ye ya tropete o mamu Ghana haba bia se de be ya ubenya bi no wapomude yetime gina na so nti ne bo anya den na ne ani ka ne se ne nom so anya den ye waduro bi ho a o nom a na ohun umiemie wani atisa de ohun wudi wachi na wakaboba mu no dabi Jeffers entesa ya ye ne kama enti obia betumi anum bi apart from oba wafa nyinsen foforo na afi abofra woni mfinhia dumiensa na wontumi num bi apart from that obia berewa kokora ho said otie bia num Jeffers mixture NP capsules ye nua no ma no enka no a ejina ma ya ase ho no enei atwam obi bo ne nyum ochiame kofi se emreda ni enti wo hu ya na wo ya ye kolo emreda ne ye num Jeffers mixture NP capsules eno na etu ma no enka firi o mase pains ahodo firi ho wote ho ye den wa fefo koi wuntumi nkobi because of enka ene yiawo ayegina wa ba bi nti pe Jeffers wate now no dofo no bibia be kama e dia medase ko akrata na ready ma na ma kwa ba na mhwese anopai ne ho aye fei wo secret bia onfa nto ye nimu e na fei wi aye nkoko akrata na ma mi jaw ho enne woni general na beto aso na ene ho aye fei wo secret ni den enra wo dan
medase enra medafi
odafi o ye sure
medafi pa
banko ba bia
o debi
sa
debi say ye boabo e ho atwen Valentine.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, my tears. Fasty.
Yeah, no, Jeffers mixture, no. Sana, yeah, dear Punu, she drew Valentine, dear. Let's say,
you see, it drew Valentine's Day, no, a mano, a people young man be a foul moon.
Yeah, no, master.
It is a strategy a man of funny say. Wamushia bema ukrum Valentine's Day no. Na wato flower bi. Wato Jeffers no de command dofwa. Na watwia de na free ni nsem by force. Se oje ne sa no bema ndi mirika bi di nachi.
Okay.
Na je se ode na kofi. Strategy a man afa no. Anti opa aya try. Na mo try na wa hwe ni ye.
Na try.
O try a na wa hwe ni ye. Na wa mfom. Awusia my uncle akrata no so na afi ye hwe nsema hodo abodwa so na no pai na ye ni hu nkomo hey and e na asie we begin on the front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper this morning and Felix Kwachu Fusu is here, Speaker Alban Bagben is also making headline here. And it says, Tripartite Committee begins 2025 salary negotiations. Government urges partners to work expeditiously. This is a story making headline. This story is very, very important because, you know, the minimum wage as it stands now, Charlie, is something which is there. And people need, you know, increment. So this negotiation is very, very necessary, and we are looking forward to its completion so that we know the minimum wage for the 2025 fiscal year. Speaker lifts suspension on 4 MPs, and then Presbyterian Church eulogizes JB Dankwa. These are the stories making headlines this morning on the front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. If you get a copy, the details are available.
Abisa for braso say asem dodo anope wode abraye no yedi mu nsem am yedi the Ghanaian Times na a free ase de amamo ne no na o chese 2025 ya yewumi enkonyesie e ba bekoso na aba na ahye na kwampa sika na salary ya yede ma adwumayefo no o matumi asi ho enkonyeti no kata na di mu ama ne bo amaye e wo hase. Speaker of Parliament na no ada nia e course vetting committee o mu etoto nkrofo anu a we se yapon we se mo beto aso we se yabremu so boye ntoaso ni etwitwi nkonya ni esoso bi mu so ane ade no enam so ema speaker ema nipa nan suspension so mu konkoti na face and suban mu da na di no entwa yi speaker nra osan de ba se ono ane de suspension ba se no wa ma na nsa so se omusa embra beauty na speaker no me set for me. Oh, speaker me set for me.
Bibi hum komo speaker o say nanama so badun so good na so a opepa
benye boni a woni da ho a wudi na me de beche o
no correct
boni woni da
ho say speaker emfa won boni no enche wo mo sa na mum suspension no na we ye free so homra but investigation guso a ekoso into the incident na enioma ss ye no de say the speaker kan ye no they will pay.
I say after say or say suspension when ya fa mumu bio no mama adwin kosi bibi so say na chese de na nkrofo ka say one fa wo mu say minority na majority leaders no mu ko ne wono ekopa ne cho ba na etwetwema so ba bi say na chese de na mu ka say enye mrakwan so no fa so wode asotwe ne ba ye no na chese fa ba bi no mu no e de ne ye no kore
ne tell say speaker no a o kasa no o kire mu say amanfo susu say oni tumi say oye de oye no but say wo hwe ya mamra no mu a parliament jumadi a wo mudi no parliament one of the greatest organs ayewo Ghana ni jumadi a wo di ni ono speaker of parliament ye boss of the house.
Okay,
obetimi take decision be a be favor members because he is supposed to protect women's rights and dignity as members of parliament. It is who say bibi koso ewo MPs na fa na enkoya, he has the right to put them on their feet.
One to be a so crown, no don't pay the what? I no don't pay any jail.
The investigation guswa e koso.
I no don't pay
investigation guswa e koso.
I'm just say Jerry no say Jerry say Jeff no say now will be try to be table no
table yes
so ade ubua video we dey video we say we try
to investigation no kwa wie
investigation dey mo hu bibia clear
you hu the outcome enti na ma say ubisa ya nra speaker chiri mo de ma ye eno no yentu aso the new publisher newspaper is here and it says Dafiamapo replies Akwesi Akwa. It says silly joke, no MP squeezed my balls in parliament. So that is it. Here, Dafiamapo says no MP, as part of the vetting chaos, squeezed his balls in the committee room. That's it. And the speaker lifted MP's suspension in defense of the NLA boss. That's also making headline here. If you get a copy of the new publisher newspaper, you know more about these stories. Nanama.
The new publisher. Adena NLA boss no mude.
We are in defense of the NLA boss.
Natari esheni on washeni we.
Na mude beto.
Obisi Alhaji Ochalutu. Hey, Ghana for.
Wonu Chalutu. Opelutu.
No bereso Alhaji obereso.
Opelutu adwumaso. Nanama se Nyankopon ene hwe bonsam ne Ghana wiase nyina so nipa yeti wiase nyina mu. Nyankopon na hwe nso ana meboa. Ena se bonsam edi bone. Bonsam ya trofo nyina agya. But it doesn't make Onyankopon otrofo anameboa it doesn't make onyankopon wudi ni nanso wudi 40 wiase a wo mudi bone a nyame na hwe omo so anameboa enti wo mo nti ase very simple
oya alaji nti oshelo to so a to ye chacha ni ade
adwuma na wo hwe so
papa ya adwuma
se de be ya o ma
na se adwuma de wo kan se adwuma be hwe so ya se se de ne de na wo kan ho
onka ho eno na meka se nyankopon na hwe wiase ni na so abone fo but it doesn't make God esena
yes se meton wi na obi ba beto wi ni bi e wo meme ho no ma se nye omu ni na na hye bi ba wo ton ntisana na ye be yenji na na ntisana ye de wo kan na me kire wa ade se ntisana ye ba ba chi omu mu hye ehye wi no na ye ba na me na me ton na me wo bi e be ka se me de me hye bi nti eja me ana
but ye wo bi a ono so na bo wi no ba asase so hwa na ache no ye wo bi a odua wi no legally yenchi sa nipa no ade na ono yenchi no
o se mama no ho kwan
mo enti emrama wo ho kwan a what is wrong with that
omuso so ma ho kwan
na ma nya sum na de kikire man o ye wo constitution wo ho ana ye wo sum no nso na ho enti anya sum asem e ka sum dia ene wo o mesum o man Ghana e ka na sum nsensem
ofuaso onfuaso anko ababo ntia be ka se we na ade ma me no
na mantie no ano yenko
enti ya the new publisher edie to as rocks and afia maponi fo nyine wa ha sei na no ada ne ekọ so a o che so obi akoso no so aposa no ene wa ba wo che se he agro bi mani pani bi wona ka che se ebra na ye peja kunya no obi hye tebu ase ede kamefe enye no kreda so obi akoso no so emaami awo Udesi ye mi ehu na
wasi ye mi
ono ne na ade na osi we nti suspension as speaker de ma amra shebedwafo enipa enan no so no wa twen ede asense the new publisher de anope wo bo na de beso ye no.
Okay, the custodian newspaper says Mahama to cancel teacher trainee allowances again. Haruna Idrisu is here. We will hear about it later. Ablakwa's lavish lifestyle under scrutiny, that's also here. And then this one says, tame your wild dogs. Afenyo marking to Mahama Ayariga. And then Bagman lift suspension of 4 MPs. These are the stories making headlines on the front page of the custodian newspaper this morning.
Mashebedwam chame hine suspension no krata ne di monsem aba wa hase sanso so ena okujeto Ablakwa Northern Mashebedwam no ono ena obabeye foreign minister na ebra na okopie vetting committee ne ma ye toto na no ne ebisa ne se na se wo ye enim se wo ye politician na apart from no wo ye bibi kan ono oh there be me kra no be kra sana me ye printing press adwuma yi bian go so ye photocopy 50 pesos or print back and front 50 pesos na aka che se o de akwakoto o de han dan wo airport hills ni ade enti sa dan na o ka se o timu wo honom so wo han na dan na wo so wo han na o timu wo no mu kire se Ablakwa aba be twa ntro kese pa de a che Ghana fo a enya asam ketwa ora timi so a wo ka ho bi wo na wo ka ora timi na wo so wo be ko ati akata hyehye ne proye no wo kwa wo dan kwa yenim ase enti na mankrofo dodo no atwetwe ma so mani akoho enti ne krata ne de abemu kra che se ora timi no yen fo no akasa nwam ye bise
evidence any one fact or magada one fankoma ora team na Ablakwa ne ka ho no investigation
because opa so bi o ye printing na even cross na printing press kwa na de way
nana ma obi aton kwadu uni me fie wasi
already
nana ma minimo bi a waton kwadu oba a waton kwadu o Ghana ha ko hwa brosan ya wosie
nana kwadu ni say sana 2050
it doesn't matter
we also printing
and am say obi ton pure water ko hwa edan ya wosie ni japade a wo ye
printing press request
obi ya adwuma bo so meso a ye ma na 10,000 20,000 ontimi nto one plot cra
onya hwe
it doesn't matter adwuma wo ye ni sika wo je your savings what do you say eno ena ekere wo dache so yes
abrosan
obi ton so wo si abrosan adwuma kese a wa ye
no so han no tua no month no tua no in dollars
it doesn't matter ni sika wonya at the end of the month ena ekere wa woni amechiro no nti se wo pese
kasa no munjai sa
nti se o betimi aka but e wo se wo no evidence am ne be back wo mo
evidence na enka ntimi ma me kasa fa to Ablakwa so ma me yama ye nkohwehwe papa nezi na ma me fa allowance ne de nto so
fa allowance ne
enti no odi aba o chese mapayini John Dramani Mahama and say no na no kwade na mi se teachers nko ase na esenfo no kwa mutikeka ti mo so ma hwe yi allowance no mo so mo die no ye beti twem tin the teacher for the na dey kan dey aba now see teachers no watcha allowance ni muso wo betwa mu so a na nka bosia na ode mama no watrietre mu ama mo kwa amagina kesie mu na atimi aboa enu amene ba ku di nko na meka se ne se de se mutira yeyi cause yeyi allowance na efro ne ama mo loan akasie mu a so loan ne se nya obi aso na nya bi allowance so de ba de anka obi a
loan so pa no apply na wakoji
allowance so de nke bank obi a Ghana for na obi ye boa mo se ye mpe mo ni se ma ha ma ebe allowance ne de wo mo se na e de anka obi twitwa ba bi mu kakra nti Odi ano so abanyo no ko na ni chira allowance ya munya isa.
Yenko enim. The Daily Dispatch says NDC MP breaks silence on an MP squeezing his balls in Parliament brawl. DCOP retired David Eklu hailed, and then Kumasi Asante Kodoko withdraw from Ghana Premier League. These are the stories making headlines here on the front page of the Daily Dispatch newspaper this morning on the show.
The Daily Dispatch ewa hase Kumasi Asante Kotoko o cheso omunso so Premier League no say omunso so esifom tinana ya pamo ma no ma na esifom
wo ma sifom wo mo na withdraw said the ekoso ball no mu no e na wo mo a withdraw wo mu nyina e try say ball no ye betimi aye ne ye security hunu sensem betimi akoye into wo mo so a withdraw
Premier League ne
what say
Premier League no for now no more hold.
Oh yeah, for now Premier League no match ananka ebeba next this weekend no wo mo a suspend it. Enti ye hwe animu say suspension no kra na be ko further. So that security homes to any other ade ne betumi aye ne ye. Now going forward no ne see na no e bi entumi ensi biem. Enti I'm sure say nioma gu akwan mu IGP ene mpanimfo ahia adidi nkomo a wono so dey assurance aba about security huns and some going forward into yeguso any dia chiri
share video bi na okọ fie ho no na osu and the IGP wept say ye tro Ghana ye Bible no ebebam bi etino DCOP David Eklu ono ko na ho megie mo kire se wabona ba so sanso so na South Day mrashe bedwani da fia mapo kire se obi anso ne so antimunya asamo keka se aposa ne so a wo Ghana hase no the Daily Dispatch they are the breye ene no.
Oh okay, Yambo Ghanaian publisher it says a black cross hypocrisy and contradictions exposed. Mahama to scrap teacher and then nursing trainee allowance. Afenyo Maken queries Bank of Ghana governors premature office assumption. These are the stories making headlines on the front page of the Ghanaian publisher newspaper this morning on the show.
The Ghanaian publisher and so dear to us so abla okujeto abla kwan watch so no so ne to added ya tikrata na da ba mejiri se yefie na sanso so na mampanyini John Dramani Mahama o kire se teacher and afin so teachers and a nursing or baba be hwe na mo training allowance na ye de mamo kakra no or baba be yini ni na e de free ho no munti no mo hye ne so mayenti se woto no se wodi amabrebia e ma na nyon wa Mahama na aba obeye fo so ne ye sanso so na afenyo marking akasa e de afa Bank of Ghana governor ya boni din foforo kra no wo che se wa bantam dodo position ya de ama to bo kakra mo fiti ya na mo pia ne de na kwa akosi wo no akasa de afa ho nti no the Ghanaian publisher e de anope wono so bo ano a wo de ba besom ye no eni no
na ma wo say okay the Ghanaian publisher na story back was say Mahama to scrap teacher and nursing trainee allowance enra Ghanaian Daily Graphic at the headline no by na Ministry of Education at the krata ba bonte o mo chese said Daily Graphic the headline no by ya abeto amanfo trim say o mu be yi allowance na firi o mu yi allowance na firi onya sa na tie nti o mu di nchiremu aba na me pese me kenkan Ministry of Education o mo krata o mo di aba na ye hwese headline no Daily Graphic the by na ne o mo kan difference bi o mu na say difference bi ani nti this is a press release from the Ministry of Education and it says rejoinder clarification on teacher trainee allowance remarks. The Ministry of Education has taken note of a front page publication in the Tuesday 4 February 2025 edition of the Daily Graphic with the headline teacher trainee allowance to go. Enti Daily Graphic womo headline omo de buy near teacher trainee allowance to go. And I'ma take note of it. The headline is not only sensational but misleading as their own narration of the story indicated. We wish to categorically state that the news item does not reflect the true and accurate reporting of what the Honorable Minister stated. The Honorable Minister, during his interaction with executives of the principals of Colleges of Education, Prinkoff, explained that government is open to augmenting the financial needs of students in the colleges of education. To this end, he indicated that government would seek to consider an enhanced loan scheme for students in this category if need be. In addition, the minister was emphatic that government would maintain the allowances until further deliberations and a firm agreement is reached with all stakeholders. We therefore urge the Daily Graphic to correct the wrong impression created and to give this rejoinder the same prominence as its earlier publication. Tikrata ni opachre nyina say headline Daily Graphic de buy say teacher training allowance to go no inaccurate as per what the minister said. The omoche say minister no enkomodie no ka say enkomodie koso with stakeholders say koba say ehun behia say teacher training allowance ye be ye free ho then ombe ye free ho. But Daily Graphic headline no kire say and I say a chamfo ni bi a kire Ghana for say allowance no ye be ye and na say ye free ho because a man for brisu say allowance no cry then ye free ho. Enti wo mo but na say wo share Daily Graphic wo mo headline no I don't see anything wrong. Mean defended Daily Graphic though. Yeah. But I don't see from where I sit, no, I don't see anything wrong with this headline, teacher training allowance to go, because I see this headline as being in a present tense. It means that the initiative is in the offing. It is yet to happen. Yeah. Meaning say the omoche says omoni after stakeholder engagement rentiasieba na hu be hia say wo be yefri ho a wo be yefri ho no the same thing and I mean say headline we e catch me, though I don't know what other people will take it, but from where I sit we who said there's nothing wrong with this headline because stakeholders in the allowance will be scrapped and it will be replaced. It will be replaced.
And kunyasie koso na
entiase ya adwuma na ho ko hia se enyi allowance ni free ho emfa loan no mra ye be ye free ho
na Daily Graphics so say allowance no ebeti ye ba be ye free ho na say betumi ye free ho
that's it enti
I don't see ebia ye omu security bi no mu dia ba out tentem on mo be magana fo adwuma tanko be wan say dia ba allowance no ye for no mo it's na say Daily Graphic dia and me did say no mu de krata da sa ba
Daily Graphic
the Ghanaian publishers also say teacher and afi nursing training allowances no omuso so na ba na ba be ye free ho ni so muso ma aka dia cause ni na the same thing we kwad was the nurses na ka ho we dey one for teachers no
training
and the Ghanaian publisher the nurses for no so ba be ka ho ente no muso mo ho omuso the Ministry of Education
the atie nyina na say teacher training allowance likely say a be free ho na the loan scheme be replace very simple abusu ama yenyina we so na emfa ko wakrata mu nsem nyina ensi na yentwa homra e ba be di nkomo wa adwen kire ade e ho hia me 0591228584 WhatsApp me mpese be wie show no wa send me voice note na me frɛ ya wa mfa na me frɛ mo amomfa e na e frɛ mo mpeki nyina so da bi nipa no dɔso yentimi mfa obia na mom so opese yete won ka bia ye wo time we dey kind messages enti se wo frɛ na se untumi mamu a send a message bra na wanya kwanya nkasa e wo phone call no so a ya kan wadwen kyerɛ ni message form e de a kyerɛ bedin ene na na je sika papa na na manya me wa watenka ye ba sisi a
your friend is of Mamina and Hayford. Me and Century, me fire actress, and then you ma who do pee a cacao, and no make my dainty, ma po me den when he me papa, na se but ma po me den when dia, and one need Jeffax Mister. Bonje, Jeffax Mister, me to me to not pop what sentence so. Just say Jeffax, mamma, your best sim one cassa, Minia Bema. ebema wo so wa ye be mama pa senti a meji jefas mixture tumpre kopani say eduro no ho te ye de afa abefu nimdie kwan so eni fidie won suom e na ye ne frenchem kroje ye no nti ma ye resade enu wane jefas mixture na momitie enye ma penfo oba a o ma akwala no fo ana akwala a onyanya emfie dumienu
FDA ahwehwe sa adwadie nkrato yi mu agye atum se eye
jefas mixture pa pa pa.
Senidiko, inabekam, miaro, endo, miaro, ejumeyidia, inabeye, miaro, endo, miaro, obreyitibo, inabebo, miaro, endo, miaro. Asemi besini fema miara. Asemi besini miara. Asemi besini fema miara. Inabebo. Asemi besini fema miara. Inabebo. Obrai besini fema miara. Inabebo. Miara. Endo miara. Asemi besini fema miara. Asemi miara. Sina bekasini kunabeya. Inabebo. Sina bekasini kunabeya. Inabebo. Obrai besini kunabeya. Miara. Enyo miara.
All right, abusia mamemo atenase ene eye ukuada na ene so yesi konwa wo yesi ne san dwumadi ni so ewo Globe TV wake up show so mame na wase se da woni yen edi dwuman onim se yesi ne san so de da bia meka na mekoso aka se morning show baako a wo Ghana ha no mo a yenye bias na sam no ba bia da no ene de to eho ene de beto yenim NPP na yenim NDC yenim CPP na yenim PPP de ekono sa pepepe ena yebeye no nti sa aban bi ba power ye de support emma no ne enkoye no na ya kire ne se aban ne uye de enkoye ene ye koye no nso na ya kire ne se mo piafo to aso na ye ne biem na ena ye di nkomo na nsan John Dramani Mahama by year started so making appointment a vet and shas here. Now you heard him say by now. Ebi a vet no crack when a we ya my ministers 60 hour power money na we ma bibia so a shas ya ma bibia kama. Now so now no parliament any who say basa ebi ama no home so ho. Ni nyina no say minority fo a wo mo eka vetting committee no ho no esusu say committee no any wo mo eni ye especially the majority MPs na womo ewumu no omu say womo intimidate womo bully womo kwan bi so according to Afenyo Marken nensema a wode aba abonten ne nchechiremu a wama yate na basa ye course no womo say nkonwa ese microphones tables and afi microphones a womo use no enam so am speaker of parliament e de ahomete eba abonten ebe issues suspension Edema 4 MPs womo eka committee no ho Afenyo Marken being the minority leader eba abonten be ka say ne asie no oni speaker enya adwene in fact enya wono nko a your political expert ahodo omo nso ba abonten be ka say speaker ni hu tumi say obe suspend MPs no right na ye hwe ani mu say speaker enso ede ne nchechiri mu be ba na ye hu kwan ofa so a otimi enya sa kokodro no ede sa suspension e ba ye na fi sa sanctions no e betu dwa Afenyo Marken ntesukoko aja enra parliament ekwa asetena ye hu se members of the minority ahyehyɛ tuntum any demonstration bi kura kɔ so ana manfo abobo kojan because na security is very tight our parliament a de barricade near the ade a block kwan a sa MP say suspend omu yɛhwɛ sɛ wo mu ntumi emewura parliament honom na ebra parliament ekɔ asetena afanyama akren enya akwanya so obekasa no address issues no ɛna o kyerɛkyerɛ ne nsɛmu na afei ɔde ogina minority enemu de akyɛw pama speaker said yɛsie no o take full responsibility na bibia nten koda speaker ebeya wo hu omomɔbɔ na MPs no won san ema wo mo kwan na omomra parliament emedi omudwuma said ye esese wo mo edie na busua enkomo yi afanyoma kende two speaker nimu no and speaker say well anya me nko na me wo ha I believe say members of parliament e wo ha doso my majority for e wo ha enti memo obi akwan na ne opese o kasa e wo ho no ono nso aka bi e de afa ho na wo ma majority for kwan na afide majority leader Mahama Ayariga sorry ye na o kan nsem the chair speaker yes say o ka na mebo video no e de a kire bara busu ma me dika ntwe wa adwene ensi we so say one of the people so far what enemy respect in Ghanaian politics recently Mahama Ayariga, the majority leader in parliament. Every day MPs no essay microphones now womo SSA tables no Mahama Ayariga communication on that particular day communication and Mahama Ayariga at the Babontain Emma Mihu say owura no e wonimde na all potentials say Ghana ye mayani koma no hu ya obetumi change the face of Ghanaian politics going forward san komo we ye nkomo a brepam me sheda si hu nkonwa na edi hu nkomo but me pese hu nipa minority majority the NDC side womo aye the majority leader in parliament enra wonya kwanya kasai efa MPs ni suspension ho afenyo apology or the man speaker na waka say he takes full responsibility mayenhwe Mahama Ayariga majority leader ne nsam a wokaye e parliament e de fa sa MPs ni suspension ho na yewi a yento aso yehwemra isi a
in spite of the theatrics and the drama with the cooperation and support of our colleagues on the minority side. If in the process there have been some incidents, they are regrettable. And so, Mr. Speaker, I will support the appeal of my colleague, the minority leader, that you temper justice with mercy. I agree that your decision to suspend some colleagues was timely, and I believe that it has been understood by the generality of Ghanaians as a step that restored the image of this parliament. And so, Mr. Speaker, I believe that your action has achieved its objectives. But as you can see, our colleagues are remorseful. Our colleagues accept your decision in good faith. And our colleagues are appealing to you to review your decision to suspend your suspension, to reconsider your decision to suspend. Mr. Speaker, it is not only members of the minority side that were suspended. In fact, the chief whip of the majority side was also suspended. So clearly, the conduct was on both sides. And I also, on behalf of my side
All right. Enti, what here Mahama Yaragani speech in Parliament, Enra, concerning the suspension of the 4 MPs? Awusuya, owura no kasa Enra o kasa ye e Parliament no. Amama hu se Ghana politics say ya yire ya ho a ye benya nkrofo betumi a change narrative no. Said ye ni mo Parliament say minority ni majority. Our usual way of doing things, addressing issues. Now we are so hana or chain, now we are so hana or chain. And kasai issue way from the majority side. Said the encombessia chain issue way, ayehu de denia de ade, but Enra Mahama Yarga mayehu maturity on his side as the majority leader in Parliament. And I believe, say, Mahama Yarga being the majority leader in Parliament, you know, Nyoma Pabet Nyaba in Mahama's administration. Yes. Mamen fa no nsi ho. Now, Mahama Yarga kasa wie no speaker be kire mu unim se ebra afanyo marken ene ne minority fo no eye press conference upon press conference criticizing speaker, criticizing the clerk of the committee. Any a day and a woman, any speaker, but na say na speaker, woman who says speaker, quite fast so, and try ye one fact and pass on the other no. Nina speaker takes answer no. And rap, and a speaker say, Memo Matia say, Quaya me fast wa, me too sana mono. Na speaker and so kasai, at the science the muno by. My NTA speaker, ye ria, minim se obetiasie. Na wa hu nioma esisu o parliament no. Say enye wo mo babo nten be kan nyina na etesa bibi wo ho no ekoso a eya na yenim na twase brano no yesua de na yete ne yomase yentie speaker emra sisia.
It's very, very important, and I can tell you I understand and appreciate what is happening. This house is often referred to as a house of might and majesty. Might because it's the combination of the sovereignty of all the people in the country. Majesty because the king or queen is part of the house. And therefore, there can be no power higher than that of Parliament. And the person who represents Parliament is the Speaker. And so I sit here and I exercise your powers, and I create an environment for you to be able to perform your function. And I go according to the rules. You can disagree with the Speaker, and the rules and the laws of Ghana permit you to do so, and also details out the procedure on how to handle the disagreement. But the rules are very clear as to what they refer to as disorder or contempt of Parliament. And for me to preserve and uphold that might, majesty, and dignity of the House, I should not shed any responsibility in applying and enforcing the rules. And that was exactly what I did. Even though some of the members are my personal friends, I refer to as sons. So please, you can ask your leaders when they approach me with this. Yes, as a father, when your son commits an offense, you don't punish the son to the extent that you break his or her leg. That becomes a bit.
Abusua what is speaker nensema okan ma menkyere mu kakra emfa emawo na tene okan no asiyi pa won say ebra suspension ba ya na minority for say speaker ni hu kwan say or suspend MPs no enye minority for nkomaka cho say expect ahodo nso eba abonten be kasa edefa ho because they believe say ya won hihye wo parliament say obi if there's contempt of parliament obi bu parliament animtia obi bibi di tia parliament hihye ya eda ho no mo a ye wo kwa fa so a yetwi nipa na so enye speaker ena obetwi sa nipa na so ye wo kwan bi a e wo se fa so speaker amfa sa kwan no so ena ono ankasa free nipem ebe suspend MPs no enti ni speaker ye ne wanye ni ye ena no speaker kasa na wo kire mu se uba oman ni mu a parliament ankasa ewo ho no is described as majestic, mighty, a mighty arm of government, a majestic arm of government. Na okanisa wadwen be ye wo na onte ase obeka so ye wo the executive ye wo the judiciary wo mu nyina wo ho, yes of course, but the speaker kire say parliament honom no oba ho a the king or the queen is part of parliament. That is why woman who say I am majestic, I am mighty. Enti tumia ekura woman no tumia eso yie pa. Enti say nsem bi ba e wo parliament ho no mo a woman hie obi foforo so obekwa akoka sa ansem no. Eye woman parliament ho no na omedi sa asem no. Na ono speaker no e na gina ho e de ma parliament no. Enti wo hu tumi said ye esi ye no anasa na mo otu ye no otu bia na onte ase, but the speaker understands these things. Abusia ne mpesa ote ase ne se Ghana hanom no nioma bebre ho no mo a ahunta yen a yenim, especially ever parliament wo mu dwumadi a wo mu die ho. There are certain things that you need to understand, and say ukosa asema speaker kan ye no mu se o kono akwakoye ho background checker, you would understand what the speaker said very well. Now, speaker chiremu emas members of parliament no etiase. Empo toa so eka se amanfo pi ehu ni se wabe headmaster e parliament ho. Says a headmaster there obi ya there now punish no student here there, and say yes of course. Where there are students, there should be headmaster. Na se student aya bonia, it is the headmaster. And as a chief student na so na o correct no e won bonia na san mfum so a wo ye no ho. Enti he being the speaker of the house no, he represents parliament. Enti the dignity of parliament, aya no responsibility so be preserve that dignity. Enti if members of parliament eda suban bi edi na sa suban no undermines the dignity of parliament, e was say otumi ede ne nan sifam na ohwe eye ntotoye ema bibia sign back to normal. That is why otu sa anamo no ana ye ntiase no. Now abusuya ade ba ko asesa wo hye ne nsunie afanyo market issues no ba ye no ye nyina ye ni afanyo, the man of the moment, vetting committee obi abo afanyo edin afanyo ebi mu krampo ho afanyo se this time why as we grow wings why akesem too much, but then afanyo marking abusuya, this is on a lighter side, you know. Afanyo marking ema ye understand the real meaning of humility in parliament. No afanyo marking ma ye tenio asepa because kwanya afanyo be ye press conference e kasa ye na speaker nanka ye nimse enra no and ye besi o parliament wona busuya enye fedi agro nanso empobra na afanyo raising the concerns de a chopa gina ne members na namu ama speaker no afanyo tone na wo de kasa no Ghana fo nyina hu sampa ase ye hwie ice block bi de gu afanyo so na speaker kasa wie ya o de bone cheye na afi o kasa se de MPs ni wo ho kwan se wo betumi aba parliament honom abedi wo mudwuma no afanyo kasa na wo de aseda ema speaker se speaker atie wo mo nsem ene wo mo chopper ma yentie afanyo yenhwe kwan ofa so ejina ho kasa de kire speaker na yewie afi de yenko adama tesrim na yenko anim.
I convey the gratitude of the Minority Caucus on your final decision in these matters. We reiterate our continuous cooperation and believe that the gesture thus far shown by you and that of my respected senior colleague and senior at the bar who leads the House, we will make things better, and that we would have a big stomach to accommodate ourselves, especially we sitting to your left, the minority. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Right, enti afenyo makin and someone enra after speaker etiase so okay wo de boni ache MPs ni beti aba parliament no na afenyo say ajira mi gina mi colleagues anamu e de aseda ma speaker na ya sure say going forward no na esi ye no ebi ensibiem ye be hwe na ya toto ne mama bibia nso aye kama na hwe se bema ba e de ne nsa gu na chi se sabi abofra ni papa ntua ni school fees na wa ko school mu na ya bo no anase ya pam no na okọ ni papa ni mu akwaje ni school fees na nso wa ya bone atia na papa na osuru so obekọ onya kwan ko gina ni papa ni mu a ubon se ode ni nsa gu na chi sa na daddy mi school fees wo bre ne ho ase enu afenyo ma ye tia ho brase ase e parliament enti ne ekosi enu a parliament na busua ye wo mu nyina ne se amanfo susu se speaker ema ho kwa se MPC betumi abai die na se enu anu na asem no to atwa asem na to ntwa investigation gusu a ekoso a ye hwe the outcome of that investigation said ye besi akọ na womo a esese ne yoma no the speaker Canada se enye oman ni sika ena de beye sansiesie no ye betete afiri wo musikam eye wo musika na ye de bebo sa aka no enti san hihye ni nyina de eda so ankasa eginam enti bone no ye mfa nche kurasa enti going forward no ye MPs no should understand said the next speaker chire wo mo no they represent the people of Ghana and Ghanaians na wo mo represent here no yen ye hwe wo mo esua bibi erifiri wo mo nchen enti se wo mo ntwamfoni bi amfa nkyere yen amasa amfoni no amaye anamu bi anto ho a yen amaye sabi a yebetuye nante so bi na ede oman no akompuntuo ni asomdue mu a sa wo mu twa ne nei no saasa no wo kyena emabunu no betwa bi na se emabunu no start se wo mu twa bi a wo mu as members of parliament no ensemben ena wo mu beka enti ye hwe ne mu se de asie no ebeye disua bi ede ama wo mu na ebi ansibiem mame fa no nsi ho akabritie bi na time na so mame nko we so na afi memfa eno so ensi na hwade na say hu se videos bi etwagu e wo social media about Upper East Regional Minister aye Akamugiri Atanga Donatus ebra na ya vet no awie na okoni krom na ni krom for emana kwaba so ala da roma obetimi ni video na fa so na Ghana for ahwe video ameka ho asemi ha we na ameka ho asemi minim se wahu wakono wo mo mana kwaba ye bro nchirim ye diasa eno yi sika firi ni botom na otu sika na pete ye video ibe da bonten Ghana for pi akasa e de afa ho obia e kire na adwene se na regional minister na yi sika gu abonten ti se celebrity o yi sika gu abonten ti se obia we musician Shatawale na afei your friend saying Stone Boy mo ahu om fans na wo mo tu sika gu wo mo ante ase se infonim ben na sa suban we etwa e de kire Ghana for minister no na chidifo ne manfo no infonim ben na etwa ni party for ababonten NDC for aye Upper East region ababonten de krata aba na busia krata o mo de ba ye no o ma kire video no nioma esi wo video no mu a me pesa me bobo krata no so taw e de kire o na afede me so me ka ma adwen kakra bi e de fa ho na me ma okwan na oba so na so wo be kire wa adwen wo betimi ni wa adwen kire aba sesi 0591228584 eno ye WhatsApp ma men kenkan krata aba no na memfa enkire nsem ahodo a wo krata no so wala da ro ma wo betimi e de atoso na wo mo so akan bi adi akire wa Abraham kenkanti eno na da o screen no so sa Upper East Regional Communication Bureau also clarification on report of cash spraying at Honorable Donatus Akamugri Atanga's welcome Deba in Pualugu enti Pualugu ena sadie we esiye ana regional minister no tusika ediguo na abusia o kan krata no a mame monitor brinti the party ni pesa o kire nyina ne se sika no na MP no etuguo no eye sika enya MP na nkasa sika minim se o he video ni ye pa ye hu se minister no ayi video sika na free ono ankasa ne bottom atuagu but party ni kire se sika na nya ono ni sika na mom eye party ni mufuo no bi sika ena ode ma minister no ena minister no etu sika no epeteye ne atoso mienu eya wo mo culture se bibi sa ekoso a wo mo fa drummers ema wo mo be bro ntwene mu di asa na drummers na ye de wo mo ba no ye ntua wo mo ka enti drummers ni depend on sa sika e beto agu wo mo so no so na wo mo nso e de wo mo djuma enti na ehu be hia se minister no be spray sika e de agu drummers no so 2 sika no a o spray ye no mpo no enye sika e do so bia sika ni nyina no ka bomu a 100 cedis na se 5 cedi notes ena minister no spray ye a wo hwe video no a wo behu se de etie na wo mo kire mu se enam se epe asie na emframa ewo mu nti MP ni yi sika no ena emframa no ohu eji sika ni free minister ni nsem ena etopete ye eno na magana fo ehu ni se minister no display lavish lifestyle some kind of extravagance lifestyle bi ni ade ade but minister na nyo bi a wote sa oyo bi a ne ho dwopa wo mo kirechire mu a enti wo mo ka sa nsema hodo ababo ntia media man obi e ka bi no enya no kre na no kre no na wo mo de abado na busia ma yenka ensam kakra emfa sa nsem wi eho so we have video ni ye pa me send the video natural critically no ahwe ni ye sika no ba bia MP ni minister ni yi sika ni free or to go ye no edie na kire se sika no nya minister ne dia 2 se sika no enya minister ne dia na so obi na de ma minister no a yenim se okay amamre bi se ekoso na se ye betu sika pete ama wo mo a enka sa nipa na oyi sika de ma minister no edie ne si ne ho kwan se onu mom betu sika no on behalf of the minister na odi ama dramas no ana so odi good dramas no so 3 se wo he kwan a minister na fa so or two sika na pete ye na me ba bia meti a me he video no me hu no se dramas no mompo ena sika no ekogu wo mo so because nipa no doso enti said wo mo nkire mu no tie no fine we don't argue though but there are certain things ye hu video no mu ane wo mo ka no ye ne wo mo enya adwene na uhwe sa suba we ankasa the impact any consequence wo mu a abusua ano ed ni yie pass enka bere ho no mu a enka medu be koma na wate ase na so ebere ni honti medu be si ha na mom wankasa tenase na dwene ho se obi ya minister na empo se culture ema ho kwan se bibi sei ekoso na obetimi ayi sika as prayer enam position idea man ntino now hear the impact the consequence the outcome of saz adia ne ye no awo ye no said ye etie no eho behia se nko obi ya minister sadia we no ye be restricted from doing it ana enka ye makwa ma obi nye on his behalf enka rabwa we aya question a mebisa wo minisa brepam no ye benya kwan na ewuram na afa ya hwe the impact na ya fa na makoma ne yentia eni kwan se ehu se saa de we ekoso se ye one city mpo na otopete ye no eni kwan se esie because as a regional minister you are not an ordinary person medase mama mfa unsia 0591228584 0591228585 0208440943 ofreba so ade ba ko amempe eni se meka hello na mente wonka saade ni si because wa wafraba so no o san tie wo o TV ni so pese wo te voice dabi tie mi wo phone na ni nkomo hello good morning.
Good morning papa na pom ti say
nyame adome ho ya pa na won so e
oh ye ho adome dia che
ye na
omu chiamo ni mo se ko na di fa se dia atantwe de no awu ni to le ma bo bia no me free
ya
o se enura okoda won tumi ana na ade chia na wo keka se anajo mana atem anajo me koda e mana atem aha anajo anya kan ka sa wo fa so no me se anajo mana atem what you say and said that NDC for no you say ye nkwala and answer ye bi the fiasem ye na ye tabi central booster ye wuhwe ye Ghana for ato abama mo na mo regional minister office was ka ka ho no ani saka no e wa kujira council and wo focus can say na ma ba ka na ye dia do mo ka dia no kwanye ni siko e ye ska kra NDC abani Ghana wa mo fa mo brand no and no tin wo ka nya bo from school ti do ka no twi no say enya ono ani bo from sika ye mo Ghana from sika ka tax pay money na ya de bo no no fan shekuru no and I want to put it and want to put it no other country frama and then one emere bi na dollar no say anita the so NDC woman organizer former what say a mboti na be for na say NDC for the dia ya ho hom the pen ye ma wo man ni mo yes ka say mo be arrogant proud I am
so Frebaso. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Nana Jessica.
I said, look at ya.
That's an Assyrian Cassation.
Maminti on pay.
Yo, Nana J, you are Sinet, Papa, we are bought of Ghana. I mean, sure, yo, Nana J, won't be an air coastal. Oh, then a man from the to about party agreement, you as a regional minister. Let's say, oh, yeah, very you caucus that you were done out for the last year. Then I did really the okay and one, I never, don't come in another prayer. And you want to see car. I didn't like a more from now, more your day. Or when I'm on, I don't know, I phone for credit to school drama for us. I don't want to see car. Or you may say they are letting away where you're really be by starting a demand. But we are saying, if I will say, president today, you cry, so you because we're good president anymore. And I give you an imagine.
I said, look at you as a pastor from Basso. Hello, good morning.
Nana Jessica Papa.
Alaji. Nyame adome ho ya pa alaji enti na so ho ye de.
Mami sure that you here for me na mami sure me na mo se na me wa. Na wa che na man. Na che me voice. She called so far so ka. Na je wa there parliament no. That time the war no. You know, speaker say omo for nipa omoji bone no nipa nine no omoji omubone che no ha ana nyeta wow na ye parliament to ye ma ye juma obi ye adibone a man da kase wa for omubone che omu because na mbe pa de ta de from one out to scan. Now, so catch it. A man gonna say to scan. Mr. President Mahamas. I want you blow and tell it to a banman. Yep, the person catch and say, oh, my, Saban on what Toman will say on one that's in the minister. One young Brassi. Now, say, almost yes, I didn't win any match here. About Ghana for because Ghana is a prepper. After no Baba School, quiet day job. And say, what by say, I just a person who super into your son 1 year, yes, sir. I mean, and then as you said, send your bad first, no brother, what you did to Obama. What is that? I'm sure I was.
But I say, Miriam saw Frabasso. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Papa, you didn't buy your casa free.
Actually, didn't have but because I dinner.
What by Tom and you?
Yeah.
Yo, you.
Yo, the media crowd maker. Efa. Yes, Nyama, after Yamati. What's a Kamahum Black or no? Come on, for you to be anything in Kunyani Kabusi. Our most Tanya money goes to Bata, and was Uncle Canadian. At your Niamoy and the moon dine young pasta. Went to your Angina Satan and can't roam. I see your and to our old good. It's all Yaqualapa, the only Yaqualapa out. Not about Quayami Yapanite. Some are not all very think of one. That is no people. We will cut any on the only problem. Or be a bar, no, I can't say. Questions will be over and address the party. On Indian on 10 questions. Well, it's not a only say, MOB. Yes, because it's man area to get you. What I say, men can get you. The man or area, I saw a garden.
All right.
Questions about so this be a question.
Yo, Yeniami, joined as a pass of Rebasso. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Nana.
You ain't here, we didn't buy your casa free.
Nanabua,
Nanabua, Pumbo Cordia.
I don't believe some somewhere.
Yamia pa.
The pie and it's only Uncle one or they now that Babbitt Nassau me and with the Equadibia.
Yo.
Opening Ghana. Politicians, you know. Ama, a yawa, a yana, a Benny Pemuno, Ghana. After Yatrao. Politicians. Ama, a titaye, and Yakuma say ya, a Benny Pemu, a many Petiano. Ghana Yatrao. Politicians are a no maybe a was a any concept Benny party to Ama politicians are ya Ama Sadiano, a Benny party to them, Ama, a bear a debia, a bear norma, and the money, our Ghana. Or bring you concept to Nippon, a bear norma, our Ghana. Make the first one. And to go for ya, almost page a curiosity table so of vetting a you hold on, man. Any homocobu Kuyani microphone. You know the mona, a year friends and Jerry Eko ye, and chance the Dike, and was that's a cathedral. War you want, and Carbeton did that was our boom back, I'm an affected camera, almost a quack, and young one call you know. But what say or my Japadies or could use our fence and yet channel. Na adenti na wona nka wuni mumra na nka ye ka mo panimfo na mumu di o ma ni mu na nka muni mu nyansa wo ma we se mu ntine di o ma na hye monsta na wo watumi akwa tina vetting committee akwa kontokwa after o ma ya ade na sia suspend o mutu won mu kate enye ayi offense speaker of parliament na no e die na sini kwa so no so ye de no kokotum e die na sini kwan.
All right.
They say Sabrante, on said no crack on my way. It's not the Biame Cafe. So you are flying and no more penny for and Yameno, I'll swear in next year, continue the Bible swear in on my way, Papa.
Yo, that's it. Sir, Ofraba Suminia. I think in your Bible, I don't believe in Bible, ni Quran, yena nanomo ayem fansu e na obi e Canadian. There's constitution there. Eno na edi buma no nti obi ba no the Bible so e na. Uja na obey ni ope, but the laws of the country must work. Eno na edi buma no nti ene enka ema constitution ni kura emfa no mumu so e. I prefer that. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Me ba cha France na okasa free.
Okasa free Accra or coffee shop.
I don't know, Maudini ba okasa free.
Okasa free or coffee shop.
Yo, yentiu.
Me ka kakra for abajo me kasa free or coffee shop.
Opani yetie o mentie o TV no so ai.
Because me ka Mano Chida. Mano a good map because my brother back who can be on yet. Yeah, can I say?
All right. Yam Favo. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Me ba cho din ba ya kasa free.
Yes, sir. Opoku ni free ngwa Accra.
Opo yentiu.
Regional Minister in America kakra.
Okay.
If I say read the culture. Read the culture. It is be the next generation. Like a ben kuomna na wo and a kubani chana obi the piano. It will be make us for them. So be a urban. We need to be time to decide you. Not what do more about the grow. And your bonnet. I am a culture. But the Ghana High would discuss the India. Then you may do how we in a quarter. Why think the quarter is different. Where to be a quarter is different. Where to be a quarter is different. It's the time you know we are did that. I don't know from quarter. It's when you may do a woman about the catcher. I am the pressure woman on quarter. And about the young girl. Almost to me, it's quarter. No idea is here. And yet, be a or the way you can be black. I almost tell you for every mother's house for McDonald. And this can work. Maybe I people.
All right. Opanema mena was also from Basso. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Who did you have a free?
But anyone on Kazafu Kumfukum.
You're you.
Okay. Now, I do what was Katazane, Mamu Boninti. Some people or Mutre, yeah, Nipano, and then we and I think one what one we need. What Jordanina, we know, but now on Tadiani. We know the Ombeyama, Nipana, or Mother Cousin Nipana, I have bunny, and you know, on way than tell it. The way no kind of swan away, no 1 million, not before the way and cry. Bye-bye.
All right. This one is off Basso. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Haja Boko there.
Boko.
Into free to market.
You let them want to turn out in my farm, Yamagana, Yamishiram. Me saying this. So, I'm not going to make as you say. Your dross in everything, every year. What would you do in your person? It's so much what's not element. One would say, one would just say a minority form. The only thing on the area. And if you say to the one who says to you, my member from what you are supposed to remember for not a month for one to
all right, Haji, that's it. Sounds so Frabasso. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, I'm from Chise.
Nyamia Domnanswe.
Boko.
We didn't have a casa free name to you.
Make a free from your family. The original chairman, the original minister, the Nanya according to court and the sanity. After me, I mean, maybe MP, but yeah, coach and it's your board of Doma, yeah, and 2 years, it's a Tuska. Sana charity here.
All right.
Okay.
Yo, me that's a pass off from us. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir. We did have your free.
Hello?
Open the body with a free name to you.
Did you tell me because I'm free 2.5 hours?
You ain't you.
Hello?
You're far from Otino when you're ready. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Maybe I told you about a free opening. Yo, ain't you?
Yo,
all right. Opani, where the mammy phone see now line as a move breaky kakra. To wait me and say, hello, good morning.
good morning, what Nana party in Kumasi.
Nana ain't you on a pay?
Who said, Ghana, you saw Sunday, Boneso, Papa, Ghana for you, so Boneso. Now, the entire American is saying, I buy buy, you say, the goose, what say, a just because somewhere in Kakrani. And your man, you are an anno, you're competing meeting. Don't catch yourself. The first time at home, a banner to a release because of the other. Let you, I collect you day, if you didn't take time, your man, 50 pesos. You, Ghana will, 50 pesos per each student. In the hour for long, but I need to be in the moment of the answer, you're this kind of fun. We are buying a carpet, buying a moment of 100 per time. It's about that I don't put it, you're the support to again. You knew, I would kill away your money with school with anything. Now, so always can say, now, what I don't get property there. And your father, come one buying. Not on feeding Colombian, I mean, and let's know the amount. Yeah, come on, you know, catch you and I hear the Spanish question. No one, your man will be personal. No one, yes, I'm your man. No, oh, yes, I'm your man. I don't know, that is so bonus in the country. I don't know this is a candidate. You come and 14 so that you the big can go on to someone come. I don't know who you're working on. Why you cannot come out to from second pagro? I never go and yet. No, we tell public figure you and full be out. Then we are regional minister, we are the regional minister, we are regional minister. And I who's focus car, who district car, who district car. You can't have a journey, a mamre. What do I mamre? The camera with Sika.
You
are my Sika, a biny Sika. Most is that yeah, all people do one empathy. Ghana, you got a cat in Sika. That's the at the bonnet at the time, and we have so
yo, Nana made us a soft basso. My final caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Jessica, and a good morning. I got my power.
You.
They are famous something that you will make a Shima at Tereka. Now, on an Jessica, or my Ghana, yet it's a demona, you do or mine, but it's a parliament and you do or mine. Or mine, you do, yes, a demon, you do or mine, Diablo. What you are or mine, Kumbe, Pierre, Katan, and the Ghana for a man, to me, a church Ghana for, and to every Ghana for. You told me many men in the force was for Tamelone, Kyoto, and I'm teaching Kumba. Or mine, send you go mine. For her play and also, ye wo me po kese o Ghana ko so munya me po pe wo e bit de bu o man ye jejagu ni atonto ama foreigners e de na Ghana for ye o man inside ade na ye je o man ato ye kacha Ghana for say these men people me the same people ke se na zisia mahama be fu eko because of IMF ni wulu o man ni no e se na Ghana for be o Ghana o ma ye tisika mu se wasa te papa se nyama papa e woni ejegwo ni nkofo be no mu se na Ghana fu 65 years 70 years ye we e ko ye be o Ghana ye mpeni fo no form na si fo no mu jo man no mu jo man ni di agro man ye no no senior minister ya form as a minister o tuska me bi adwuma ma youth ni we na wo bi adwuma youth mbenye ska so mo eno na ye hwehwe o Ghana eno na ye pe yeda wasena na gye nyame mo anwode bi na ye adwuma ma ye
ini ame so me da se pass of reba so nyame mo ye nyina ma me fa call so nsi anom na afei me nka messages abare na en sorry so we say the NDC are playing with the feelings of Ghanaians. The president asked us to give him 120 days to form his government before he starts to work. But we should be literate enough to know how they are going to smuggle monies within this time as Ghanaians are busy focusing on vetting of ministers. You have barely 4 years to transform Ghana. Every single day matters. So why 120 days? Ghanaians, let's be smart. And we used to say student allowance and student loans, which is better? I put it to all Ghanaians. I am Nana Kweku from Kaswa. Okujeto and Sam George were all approved but couldn't provide us vivid information about what the NPP asked them to prove on their acquired wealth. Ghanaians should reason and stop all these traditional politics. Onso ne dia ode baaye eno no abusia ma wusi amanfo kasa ena ne minister ne ye no aye culture say over public space na ye ma a position to serve the people. It is said we are sorry ba na ya elevate you aye wo sofo. There are certain things I want to mean yet. Even though mu nyina mo ya Christopher, but nioma bi wo ho a asori ba be ye so for won to me nye asori ba ye enye news but so for we are a news kase pa because ba bia wugina no enhihye bi e wo ho a etwa ho ahia a osesa nhihye no odi ye adwuma enti ade bi a wo ye no ye hwese sa ade no enya nsunsanso bi a ebetia adwuma no a wo ye no enu ntina ye di sa nkomo wo we understand culture no that is why me ka say bepebre na go further into this conversation because of time ntimi am born your masu ye am fan chiro ye bepe the consequence. Yes, I was anima wim the possible impact ebetumi enya ewo yen society and afi the government of the day na ankasa ne dwumadi a odi no so enti ma memfa unsi a medin ene na Jessica papa nyame adom ochena ya woda kwadwonsa akwa the general ebeba beto aso edi amount aboafo no ye Kelvin ye boa anopai ono na direct me DOP bia wuginem sanso na DJ Swally na afi Fatal enso ehye MCR honom bi Abraham Kafui speedy recovery yankopon enka ho na ompegya nyino anamon so ye minim se repam ye behia sabre de na naje makra kopɛ je fast na champion capsules na mo na opomudi enyina nanso brand da ofro ye besan so hia bye bye.